Okay guys, now we're going to move on to example 2. In this example, you'll notice that there is a lot more going on than in example 1, but we're going to follow our 5 steps, and when we finish, we should have a completely solved inequality. As always, we want to start with the distributive property. I notice that on the left side there are parentheses, so I'm going to distribute 1/4. Yes, I want you to distribute a fraction. You should have a calculator on your cell phone or your laptop, whatever you're using, or you should have downloaded the calculator that I sent you in the link on Schoology. So if you have not done that, you might want to pause the video at this time, go to the Schoology page, find the link for the calculator simulator, and download that so you have access to a calculator, very similar to the style you would have if you were actually in school. All right, but we're gonna distribute. I'm gonna multiply both of these by 1/4. So that's gonna leave us with 2y minus 10. After I distribute, I want to see if there's anything that I can do to the side. It looks like those cannot be combined. So I'm going to move over to the right side, keeping my inequality symbol in the center. And on the right side, I cannot distribute, but it does look like I have some terms that are alike. So we are going to combine those together. So it looks like we have an 11y and a negative 7y. So when I combine those together, this operation here tells me that I'm going to take away 7y. So we have 11 minus 7 will leave us with 4y. Then I'm left with just 5 plus 12. So 5 plus 12 is going to give me a positive 17. All right. So now that we've done those first 2 steps, we have simplified this as much as we can right now. And now we need to work on getting the y by itself. Right now I see that I have y in 2 places. So I'm going to move all of the y's to the left side of the equation. So that means that I want to get rid of the 4 y's that are here. And I'm going to do that by canceling them out. So I want to take away these 4 y's. Remembering that if I do it to one side, I must do it to the other. So I'm going to do that over here. Okay, once I do that, quick calculating. 2 minus 4 will leave us with negative 2y. We bring down that minus 10, the inequality symbol. We canceled those, and then we're left with a positive 17. Now we have a basic 2-step inequality. So we're going to get rid of that minus 10 by doing the opposite, which is plus 10. Again, doing it on both sides. We're going to be left with negative 2y. These 10s cancel. Greater than or equal to 27. Now we're at our last step is we want to get rid of this coefficient. So we're going to divide. And I want to be careful here because some of you will divide by 2, but we want to get rid of all of this, so make sure you divide by a negative 2. Again, I do it on the other side. Now I'm going to put a mark here because this is something that we talked about last week, is that when you are doing inequalities, there's a special rule for when you divide by a negative. So because I divided by a negative, I'm going to have to flip. So my inequality symbol is going to change directions, and that's because I divided by a negative number, okay? So these 2's will go away. I'm left with y, and then over here, it's a negative 27 over 2. Or we can use our calculator, change that to a decimal. That is equivalent to negative 13.5. And both of these are correct, so you can write your answer as a fraction or a decimal. It does not matter. But again, this is our solution set, and it is any value that is less than or equal to negative 13.5 would make this inequality true.